Today's Indo-Pacific power prediction is no longer just about aircraft carriers or missile ranges. It's about presence, trust and staying power. And that is exactly what the Indian Navy is demonstrating through its first training squad's deployment to Southeast Asia. The deployment is beyond the headlines. The Indian Navy's first training squadron has sailed into ASEAN waters as part of its long-range Indian Ocean region deployment. On the surface, it's a training mission for young officers. Strategically, it is a carefully structured outreach combining seamanship training, joint drills, professional exchanges, and port diplomacy. These visits are not one-off gestures. They are repeat engagements trying to build familiarity and trust over time. So while ASEAN is central to India's strategy, ASEAN sits astride some of the world's most critical sea lanes, through which nearly a third of global trade passes. At the same time, the region is under growing pressure from China's expanding naval and coast guard presence in the South China Sea. Many ASEAN nations are being forced to choose sides. India offers a third option: a security partner that does not demand alignment, does not militarize disputes, and does not export instability. So what's the China comparison? China's maritime strategy relying on scale, coercion, and permanence. Artificial islands, forward bases, and constant patrols. India's model is fundamentally different. No permanent bases, no gunboat diplomacy, no political strings attached. Instead, India focuses on interoperability, capacity building, and crisis cooperation, especially in humanitarian assistance, philosophy, and maritime domain awareness.
India is steadily expanding its defense footprint in Southeast Asia, supplying military equipment to key ASEAN partners including the Philippines, Vietnam, Indonesia, Malaysia and the Thailand, while also being close to securing major BrahMos missile export orders. The Indian Navy maintains strong training collaboration with the navies of Singapore, Vietnam, Indonesia and Philippines, Malaysia and Thailand through training, maintenance, support and its first training squadron. Multilateral engagement has also deepened through the ASEAN and the India Maritime Exercise involving navies from Brunei, Indonesia, Malaysia and Philippines, Singapore, Thailand, Vietnam. These ties are also set to strengthen further during the 2026 designated year as ASEAN-India Year of Maritime Cooperation, focusing on maritime security and the blue economy.
So how can training work as a post-multiplier? Well, training deployments may look symbolic, but they deliver real operational results. The officers who train together today coordinate better tomorrow. Navies that share procedures respond faster in crisis. The trust built in peacetime often determines cooperation during conflict. This is slow power, but a durable power. So therefore, India is a net security provider. For New Delhi, this aligns with long-standing objectives, positioning India as a net security provider in the Indian Ocean and beyond. From anti-piracy patrols to evacuation missions, the Indian Navy has repeatedly demonstrated reliability. ASEAN outreach strengthens this perception, quietly expanding India's strategic depth eastwards. India's maritime strategy isn't about outgunning rivals, it's about outlasting them. In an Indo-Pacific crowded by aggressive posturing, India is building influence the hardest way. That is through consistency, credibility and restraint.